Well. The Dallas Cowboys defense got ran all over. Derrick Henry proved to Jerry Jones that maybe you should have spent that $8 million on him, and that could have been Derrick Henry running all over the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson did exactly what we expected him to do. He threw basically less than 20 times, similar to Derek Carr, and he literally ran all over the Dallas Cowboys. They couldn't stop them in the first half. Kudos to them. They seemed to step up to the plate in the second half, and they were able to stop them and almost win that game. But I want you to hear Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is speaking so candidly on this interview, and I love it. And I hope he talks about it on his podcast tomorrow. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Let's talk facts. Anybody who watched the game today, you know that the Dallas Cowboys defense, they can't seem to stop anybody. They literally got the brakes beat off of them. They got ran off the field. Now, we'll give them credit in the second half. They seemed to find something to where they could stop the run. And they literally scored 19 points in the fourth quarter. Dak Prescott and that offense almost brought them back. But we're going to have to face the facts. I mean, I hope that we can build off of what they showed us at the end of the game. But if you look at this game, if I'm the New York Giants, if I'm any team playing the Dallas Cowboys, until they show me something different, I'm going to run them off the field. The Baltimore Ravens was the Cowboys' worst nightmare. They literally ran them off the field. We're going to listen to what Micah Parsons has to say, but let me show you why Micah Parsons says that they are low as you know what. Look at these stats. Look at the total yards by the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is the part that's astounding to me. 456 total yards. Lamar Jackson only accounted for 182 yards of that passing. But look at the rushing. 274 yards rushing? Look at this. They were 24 first downs. Now, if you think about this, what makes this so astounding? They did a lot of this in the first half. Time of possession, 34 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's look at the player stats. Look at the player stats. This is insane. Lamar Jackson, similar stat line to Derek Carr and the Saints. Do y'all know that Derek Carr threw the ball, if I'm not mistaken, 15 times? You know how many completions he completed? 11. Lamar Jackson, 15 attempts, completed 12. Derek Carr had 245 yards. Lamar Jackson had 182 yards passing. But that's not the story of the day. Look at the rushing yards. Derrick Henry, 25 carries, 151 yards, 6 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Look at Lamar Jackson, 14 carries, 87 yards, 6.2 yards a carry, and 1 touchdown. That's the ball game. That's the ball game. Justice Hill even got in 5 for 33. Look at his average, 6.6. Wow. Cowboys got ran off the field. They literally got ran off the field. There was nothing they could do. There was nothing they could do in that first half. And so Micah Parsons is right in some of the things he's going to be saying. But I think if we listen back to the Dak Prescott post-game interview, I got a video on that also. I'm releasing both of these at the same time. Dak Prescott is saying something about them. He's saying they got to stop dwelling on the bad plays. And I think even Micah Parsons is alluding to that, because Micah is saying, man, we got to make plays. And what I love about what Dak is saying is they got to forget about the last play and understand that if you make a mistake on one play, you got an opportunity to do something on the next play, the next time you get in the game. Well, let's listen to some of the things that Micah Parsons say, and I'm going to give a little bit of commentary for fair rights use. And then I'll give my analysis at the end, and then I'll leave this video also in the description so you can see the entire post-game interview. So, without further ado, let's roll it.
I mean, the same thing. I think right now we got people just trying to be Superman. People just got to own their jobs, bro. We don't need everyone to be Superman. We don't need no Supermans at all. We just need to love the guys playing together. And right now, they're just not in unison. I mean, when you're preaching something all week, everyone's in the locker room saying, we're going to do what we got to do, and everyone's going to be accountable. And when you come out, it's like, how we getting gas? We're not being accountable. I said, it's just like, the game don't come down to that third down. We do what we're supposed to do, we win the game. It's just like, at what cost are we just going to keep doing this to ourselves?
Now, if you listen to Micah Parsons, he's taking accountability for that game. But he's also doing what Dak Prescott is doing. See, Micah Parsons has taken the leadership of this defense. I know DeMarcus Lawrence is the big brother. He wants to be the leader, but DeMarcus Lawrence can't be the leader. Micah Parsons is the leader, because not only is he the leader on the field, he's also the leader off the field, to where he will speak up and say certain things. He's doing exactly what Dak Prescott is doing. I mean, Micah Parsons is really the quarterback of that defense. And Micah Parsons is saying something. Somebody other than him going to have to step up. Now, DeMarion Overshown was on the field, but it don't seem like he showed up. And I'm just still questioning, like Mike Zimmer, on why didn't you let him spy out Lamar Jackson? I'm confused on that. But whatever the case may be, Micah Parsons is pointing out so many plays on that field to where they're just taking bad angles. They're missing tackles. And it's the same thing Dak talked about. They're missing assignments. And so the issue is Dak Prescott can't do it on his own. Micah Parsons can't do it on his own. And I think Micah Parsons, when he's talking about people trying to be Superman, it's the same thing that Dak is talking about with CeeDee Lamb. Let's play together. Everybody get involved. You go 100% even if you don't get the ball. And we got people on defense. They're trying to make the big play, I guess. They're trying to make the big tackle, trying to make the big hit, trying to make the interception, whatever the case they're doing. And they're missing those plays. They're not making the big plays. They're not making the big hits. They're not getting the turnovers. So they got to do better.
They did exactly what I expected. Motion to 42, they're going to run to 42, Ricard. I mean, it's plain as day. I mean, we know when it's true pass it. Them guys is in damn near 4-point stance coming up the ball. So it's just like, at one point, are we just going to knuckle up and just play? I mean,
I don't know what's going on with their audio. I guess there's showers and things going on. You can't hear some of the questions, but the answers are so beautiful what Micah Parsons is saying. You know what he's saying? They brought it to us and we didn't respond. Micah Parsons is saying they brought it to us, we didn't respond. They punched us in the mouth and we didn't punch back. You know, Mike Tyson has a saying, every man has a plan until he gets punched in the face. Micah Parsons just said, we got punched in the face. He said, talk is cheap. We're talking about accountability, what we're going to do in the game. We got a plan, and then they get punched in the face. You hear what he said? We got to knuckle up. We got to knuckle up and do what we're going to say. Saying something. When we get punched in the face, we got to punch back. We got to fight. We can't get punched in the face, get down 14-6 and say, or 14-3 and say the game over. Game over. I even saw guys celebrating as they were making tackles and they're down. 21-3. I'm like, what are you doing? Get your head in the game. It's time to make some plays. We're not talking about just make a play. It's time to make some plays. It's time for this defense to start gelling together. Micah Parsons is he's saying all the right things. I love everything that Micah Parsons is saying.
Yeah, it sucks. It's a long year. I would say I never experienced something like this. My confidence is within, the organization, because we got to get it right. You know what I'm saying? It's a winning organization. I want to uphold that standard. But at the same time, everyone has to uphold the standard. And, I think I'm confident, in my faith. My faith. I just think we're being tested right now, man.
How do you not get to fourth place?
Micah Parsons is talking about, of course, his faith in God. But I also think he's talking about some biblical, some biblical ideas in a sense. Because I'm a preacher, and one of the things I always say is, what good is a faith that can't be tested? And the Bible always talks about how our faith needs to be tested, and God chastens those whom he loves. That suffering, it builds us. Trials and tribulations, they build us. And so Micah Parsons is saying something about this team. He's saying that this adversity, he believes they're being tested by God. Now, I'm not sure I don't think God cares about football, but I do think that what Micah Parsons is saying is right. Man, when you want to be great, people don't understand the testing that comes along with that. And you don't become who you are or who you want to be without great testing. I agree with him. The Dallas Cowboys is supposed to be America's team. Why are they America's team? Are they America's team for the drama or the winning? Because right now it seems for the drama, because they're definitely not doing any winning. And so Micah Parsons, he's talking about this standard. What's the standard? Well, if you're talking about winning in the regular season, 1-2, no big deal. You can still reach 12-5. Heck, you can still reach 13-4. But I do think this team has got to start shutting out the outside noise. And they got to stop pressing, and they got to start playing their game together. They have to start playing their game together. And so I understand what Micah Parsons is saying. It's time to put up or shut up.
Bro, I have no idea. I'm going to be real. Like I said, I really believe we're being tested. I'm being tested. It has to come together. It's humbling. At your all-time high, God always finds a way to put you back down. And right now, we're low. And everyone has to stay strong within their faith and say, at one point, are we going to trust in God, trusting ourselves, trusting the team, trusting the framework of the defense? Because any cost, some of the stuff is, at one point, like I said, it's just us being us. So when it's the faith and trust going to be there?
Now, I want you to understand Micah Parsons, I think, is saying something so powerful. Micah Parsons is saying that he believes in the system. He's saying, I believe in the system. I think what we're doing is good. I just don't think we're executing. It seems like what he's saying to me. He's saying we're not executing. We got guys who are not focused. We got, in a sense, it sounds like he's saying, we got arrogant guys on this team also. We got guys with a whole lot of pride. And they're not rising to the occasion. They're talking, but they're not doing. Micah is saying they didn't show us nothing that we didn't think we were going to see. We watched the tape on them. They did everything we knew they were going to do. It's like Denny Green said one time, they are who we thought they were. Micah Parsons is saying something. Man, we knew exactly what they were, and we still not stopping. Powerful, Michael. Keep going.
Yes, I definitely think it's frustration, right? Like we talk, like I said, D-Law has always been like a big brother to me. You know, we're losing. You know, it was something simple. Like we didn't even mess up. We came off a 3 and out. But it's the simple fact of like, first to be the best, right? Our best players always have to do the right things, right? You know, coach is like, man, go make it. I said, coach, I'm spilling it. I'm playing in the framework of the defense. I need to get these guys behind me to trust me first. Like, I don't want to make those plays down. So, because they're just gonna slow them down, right? So, I need everyone to do that, right? Not just me, not just D-Law, everyone. Like, yo, I'm gonna just stay in my gap. Like, the person behind me has to trust, and I'm gonna do my job, right? And right now, that trust is not there.
Y'all hear Micah Parsons? He's saying a couple of things in that conversation right there. D-Law, I'm the leader of this defense. You're not holding these guys accountable, D-Law. Everyone needs to do their part. I can't do it all by myself. Are we hearing this? He's saying something. I don't want to have to do it all. I want everyone on the defense to eat. And if I can't make a play, then what do they do if I don't make the play? I want them to make some plays too. I want us all to make plays. I want us all to work as a... One of the things I thought Dan Campbell was good at, Dan Quinn. One of the things I think Dan Quinn put instilled in this team when he was here, and one of the reasons why they were able to get so many turnovers as an undersized defense, he emphasized all of them getting to the ball. He emphasized it. They couldn't stop the run, but if they got ahead on the team, they were always getting to the ball, making turnovers, making plays. And that's how you build. You have to be able to trust one another to do that. To know, okay, we ain't got to worry about Michael. Michael gonna do Michael things. What I got to make sure I do is I be in the right place so that when opportunity arrives, I can make a play too. If they put a chip on Micah Parsons, if they block Micah Parsons, if they run at Micah Parsons is saying something. I need y'all to have my back. If I don't get to the quarterback, I need y'all to have my back. I need y'all to make tackles. I need you to do what you got to do. Micah Parsons is saying something. Man, he can't be the only one doing it. Sounds similar to what Dak Prescott was saying. They got to stop playing this hero ball. We see CeeDee Lamb. He's trying to play hero ball. CeeDee Lamb, no, we're not going to do that. Dak, you keep distributing that ball. Micah Parsons saying the same thing. We're not going to play hero ball. D-Law, you're going to have to hold some people accountable because I'm going to do it. If I'm going to hold people accountable, I'm even going to hold you accountable. This is the passing of the guard to Micah Parsons. This man is about to get paid. But he also wants to win. You can see it written all over his face. He wants to win. Just like Dak Prescott, he wants to win. Micah saying, this ain't about me. It's about this team. It's about winning.
Man, we had flashes of this run, but I saw him like, man, I said, oh, yeah. And was like, man, it's like, what's going on? I was like, bro, it's appreciation and opportunity, right? Like, and this is just a simple fact of, I would say, I feel like I'm the most blessed man in the world to be playing for the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like, this is what I always dreamed of and lived for. But at the same time, I don't think all of us is taking advantage of these opportunities, right? And I said it because I was a captain. I said, we got 17 games. That's what we're promised. But individually, what are we really promised, right? Like, I could get hurt tomorrow and I'll be done for the rest of the season. Like, you never know what you're promised of, right? Every time we touch this field, are we taking advantage of our time? Are we running to the ball, right? Are we, standing our gaps? Because I think that's what it's about, bro. That's what the faith, the trust, and everything's about. Like, are you going to do it? Like, and I just think it comes down to that because this opportunity is so great. And I just, man, it hurts to see this.
Sounds like Dak Prescott said. He loves playing this game. He was a Dallas Cowboy fan as a kid. this is a dream come true for him. But it sounds like Micah Parsons, the Dallas Cowboy, was a Dallas Cowboy fan also. But Micah Parsons is saying something so deep and philosophical. He's saying it's a privilege to play this game. It's a privilege to play this game. And because it's a privilege to play this game, he's saying the next game ain't promised. You know what he's saying? You play every game like it's your last. That's what Micah Parsons just said. He said that there are players on that team. They're not playing like it's their last play. And this is why you got to be careful being a Dallas Cowboy, because some people play for the Dallas Cowboys, or they like playing for the Dallas Cowboys, not necessarily because they love the game. They play for the Dallas Cowboys because it's a place where you can come and build a brand. Once you play for the Dallas Cowboys, people know you. And if you play halfway decent, you're going to be able to make some money. You'll be able to say, I played for the Dallas Cowboys, and that will always bring some kind of prestige. Look at a lot of these Dallas Cowboys who are now in the media. Dare I say, Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, Jason Witten had an opportunity. I mean, look at Jesse Holley. They even, Emmitt Smith, look, Michael Irvin, the Nate Newton. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And so guys now seem to, it's like the Dallas Cowboys. You know, you can build a brand. But Micah Parsons is saying something. This ain't about building a brand. This is about playing a sport that you love. That it's a privilege to play. And it's a very volatile sport. The next game is not promised. So rather than acting like that, rather than it's a privilege that this NFL, it owes you something, or that you should, like, this is something that's owed to you. Understand it's an opportunity. I think the average career of an NFL football player is something like 3 to 4 years. Micah Parsons is saying something. The next game isn't promised. Play this game like it's your last. Play every game like it's your last. Leave it all out there on the field. And he's saying something, man. He's calling out people. And I think he's calling out D-Law, amongst others. And I think Dak Prescott was doing the same thing. We don't need no hero ball. We need guys to understand, yes, you get paid a lot of money playing this game. But like Dak Prescott say, I believe everything Dak's saying. He don't play for the money. The money comes with the position. The money is a reward for playing a game that you love to the best of your ability and being successful at it and leaving it all on the field. That's what Mike Parsons is saying. I love everything he's saying. Keep going, Mike.
It's flashes. It's flashes, right? When we talk about greatness, is greatness flashing? Greatness is consistency. Like, it's consistent behavior. And the fact that it's not consistent, that's the alarming part, right? You know? And, yeah.
I love that comment. I love that comment. Greatness is consistency. You get guys, they make flash plays, that's good. But superstars are consistent. If they are not having their best game in one area, they say, well, you know what? I'm going to be good in this area. That's what great players do. That's what great players do. Micah Parsons is really saying some great things here. And I hope all of the Dallas Cowboy defense, I hope they're listening.
Yeah, I mean, people feed off it. The fans feed off it. We feed off it. I mean, that's why I say I think the biggest thing that I'm trying to do this year, even when we're down, can my play still sustain? Right? Am I still doing what I'm supposed to do? Like, that's what people are looking at, right? Like, that's what the young guys, people are like, man, we're down, but are you still doing your job? Are you still standing in your gap? I mean, that's the body language, that's the demeanor we all need. Like, All right.
Dak Prescott mentioned the same thing. Micah Parsons just said it in a different way. Dak said, don't dwell on bad plays. Keep on playing. Micah Parsons just said the same thing. Consistency. Keep on playing. Keep playing to the end. Because you could possibly win this game. So Micah Parsons saying.
You know, man, it just starts tomorrow. It been started, bro. Like, it's just at some point, like, we all grown men. We all get paid a lot of money to do this, right? At one point, you gotta win it for yourself, your own family, your own dignity. You gotta win it for the brothers that I sit next to, right? Like, at one point, like, you know, I got my own kids. I got my own life. I do this for them. I do this for my family. Like, you know, so I don't feel like I should be telling another grown man to consistently be accountable. At some point, they got to take it within themselves. So every day within ourselves, we got to say, did we get better? Did I get better today? You know, because if you're getting better, then I'm getting better, right? So I'm pushing you to get better. And I think we all have to take that mindset and that demeanor, say, I got to get better today, because then we'll all get better.
How do you lead this team, make sure this team doesn't fall apart?
Micah just said something so powerful. He said, basically, people got to want it. You can't make people want it. A person has to want it. You can influence them. You can even inspire them. You can tell them. But at the end of the day, there is something inside of them where they have to make the decision. They're going to do it. They're going to do it, and they're going to do it well. And that's what Micah Parsons is saying. Every man's got to make the choice to do it, to give it his all, do the best he can, do his job, trust the system, trust his team, inspire his team, and help them to victory.
Man, we just got to stick together. This is a hard test. Like I said, this is the point when your faith got to be the strongest, right? When everything isn't going right? We thought we was, you know, good with Cleveland, and we came back and back-to-back rushing losses and things like that. This is when your faith tested the most, right? And any scripture, bro, it's always a test, man. And at one point, you just got to rise and say, I will not fall.
Great interview by Micah Parsons. Just a great interview. I mean, a post-game interview. I mean, he's saying it right. Man, you just got to want it. You just got to want it. You got to finish. You got to do your part. You got to do whatever you can do to win this game. I just think everything Micah Parsons said is great. And you know what? It's time to move on, man. You're 1-2. You don't even have time. It's a Thursday night game against New York Giants. The Dallas Cowboys literally don't even have time to sulk in this. Dak Prescott said it best. Guess what? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You know what? I think they're going to get an off day Monday. But Tuesday and Wednesday, it's back to business. You on your way to New York. It's going to be time to play on Thursday night football. So, short week. You get a great opportunity to hopefully beat the New York Giants. Put this behind you and then get ready, because if I'm not mistaken, Game 5 is against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've been looking pretty good. So, no time to worry about 2 home losses. Now go on the road and get 2 victories. Go on the road and get 2 victories. Start stringing together some wins. Start getting this offense together. Realize who you are, be who you are, and go out and start beating some teams. In the story. Because it's going to be a pretty tough schedule this year. I think it tapers off towards the end. Pretty tough schedule. So you got to do what you got to do. Get these wins. Get in the playoffs. Win in the playoffs. And keep on moving towards that big game. But that's going to do it for me. That's going to be my time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time that I record and post another video on Let's Talk Cowboys, where we'll talk facts. Peace.